Hi there, my name is Kevin Todd, and today we're going to be looking at the vocal harmonies to Helplessly Hoping by Crosby, Stills, and Nash. A lot of you have requested for me to look at this song, and after learning it, I can see why. This song is absolutely beautiful, and I am so excited to be sharing it with you today. So let's get into it. And just before we get started, if you do like this video, please drop it a like and consider subscribing to my channel for more awesome music, singing, one-man band, and vocal harmony analysis stuff. So if you'd like to skip my introduction, just go to this timestamp. If you want to skip my pre-song pep talk and go straight to the lesson, go to this timestamp. But do not skip the ads, please. Helplessly Hoping was the 8th track off of CSN's debut self-titled album. Written by Stephen Stills in 1968, this song was also the B-side to CSN's first ever single, Marrakesh Express, released in June of 1969. Now, there's not really a lot written about this song, or at least not much that I could find in the several scholastic sources that I could find. Like most songs written in and around that time by Stills, it was written for Judy Collins. But I think more interestingly, this song was kind of used more as a songwriting exercise as opposed to a song. Stills uses a lot of alliteration in basically every line of the song. Helplessly hoping her harlequin hovers nearby. Love isn't lying, it's loose in a lady who lingers, saying she is lost. And Stills also uses a lot of wordplay, especially in the chorus. They are one person, they are two alone, or two alone. They are three together, or free together. This is gonna make a lot more sense when there's text on the screen, I promise you that. But yeah, since its release, this has basically become one of Crosby, Stills, and Nash's most iconic songs, and weirdly enough, a song that I had not heard before until I started to learn it. And I am so glad that I did. When I first heard it, I almost cried, and I almost cry every time I hear the song now. Yeah, there really isn't much more to say about this song. It rocks, so let's learn it. Let's now get into some things to think about when recording or performing Helplessly Hoping in the style of Crosby, Stills, and Nash. As always, the 0th tip is I am not Stephen Stills. Obviously, I do not have access to the original sheet music or isolated vocal tracks for this song. I learned these songs entirely by ear, and while I try to make my analysis as close to the original as possible, I cannot guarantee perfection. Also, another 0th tip is I am not a very good guitar player, and the original guitar part for this song was way too difficult for me to play. So the guitar that you're going to hear in this video is going to be the right chords, but it will not be the original guitar part for this song. I am sorry that I am not as talented as Stephen Stills. I just wanted to address that elephant in the room before you guys had a chance to comment. Now the actual tips. Tip number 1, you're gonna need 3 voices for this song. In the original recording of this song, there were 3 voices singing: Crosby, Stills, and Nash, obviously. However, they each double-tracked their vocal part, so they each sang and recorded their vocal part twice. And that laid down the foundation for the classic Crosby, Stills, and Nash vocal sound that we all know and love. However, I would say that if you are performing or even recording this song, just stick with 3. You don't need to overdub it, and honestly, I think it sounds better when you just keep it simple and delicate with 3 voices. Don't try and copy Crosby, Stills, and Nash in this instance. Try to make it your own. Experiment with how you can make it sound beautiful with just 3 voices. Tip number 2, to get 90% of the way through a song like this, focus on hitting the main triads of the chord that's being played on the guitar. CSN has a lot of beautiful harmonies, but they aren't the most complex harmonies. There are no crazy extensions or inversions or diminish, augmented chords. When CSN is building a harmony, it's usually based around the main triad of the chord that's being played. So for example, if there is an A minor chord in the guitar, the voices are going to make an A minor triad with some voicing or stacking of the notes A, C, and E. So if you're singing this song and you're getting lost in the harmonies, just focus on hitting the main chord triads. You'll get about 90% of the way there. Tip number 3, listen to my analysis of Sweet Judy Blue Eyes, because all of the tips apply to this song. As I said before with my Carry On analysis, a lot of CSN songs are very similar. You can apply a lot of the techniques and tips from other songs to this song. I think the main tip to take away for this song is using falsetto on the highest voice instead of belting. This song in particular is very delicate, and I think Graham Nash does a fantastic song of being gentle and pure, yet still with some presence when he's using his falsetto voice to hit some of the high notes in this song. So if you have a voice that allows you to belt at that high of a range, it might be wise to hold back a bit and just use falsetto or head voice when you're singing some of the high notes in this song. The highest vocal part gets to a B4, which is pretty high for a male singing with their normal voice, but still kind of within belting range. My advice: put your ego aside and just do falsetto for these high parts there. It will really pay off by making your song sound so much more delicate and beautiful. You'll thank me later. So that's all the tips that I had. Let's now get into the actual harmony breakdown of this song. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna play each unique section of the song with all voices, then follow that up with each individual voice isolated. So thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you did like this video, please drop it a like and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Now, normally I would do a shameless plug here, but I have done that spiel a lot. You have all of my music and social media in the description below if you would like to check that out. I would really appreciate that. Honestly though, right now I just want to say thank you so much for all of your support with these videos. At the time of recording this video, we are at 4,200 subscribers, which is just a mind-boggling number for me to even think about. So thank you so much for all of your support with these videos, and I can't wait to make more of these for you guys. Anyways, enough shameless plugging and ranting. Let's now get to the video. Helplessly hoping her harlequin hovers nearby, awaiting a word. Gasping at glimpses of gentle true spirit, he runs, wishing he could fly high, only to trip at the sound of goodbye. Helplessly hoping her harlequin hovers nearby, awaiting a word. Gasping at glimpses of gentle true spirit, he runs, wishing he could fly high, only to trip at the sound of goodbye. Helplessly hoping her harlequin hovers nearby, awaiting a word. Gasping at glimpses of gentle true spirit, he runs, wishing he could fly high, only to trip at the sound of goodbye. Helplessly hoping her harlequin hovers nearby, awaiting a word. Gasping at glimpses of gentle true spirit, he runs, wishing he could fly high, only to trip at the sound of goodbye. Helplessly hoping her harlequin hovers nearby, awaiting a word. Gasping at glimpses of gentle true spirit, he runs, wishing he could fly high, only to trip at the sound of goodbye. Wordlessly watching, he waits by the window and wonders at the empty place inside. Heartlessly helping himself to her bad dreams, he worries, did he hear a goodbye? Wordlessly watching, he waits by the window and wonders at the empty place inside. Heartlessly helping himself to her bad dreams, he worries, did he hear a goodbye? Wordlessly watching, he waits by the window and wonders at the empty place inside. Heartlessly helping himself to her bad dreams, he worries, did he hear a goodbye? Wordlessly watching, he waits by the window and wonders at the empty place inside. Heartlessly helping himself to her bad dreams, he worries, did he hear a goodbye? Wordlessly watching, he waits by the window and wonders at the empty place inside. Heartlessly helping himself to her bad dreams, he worries, did he hear a goodbye? Or even hello, they are one person, they are two alone, they are three together, they are for each other. Or even hello, they are one person, they are two alone, they are three together, they are for each other. Or even hello, they are three together, they are four. Or even hello, they are two alone, they are three together, they are four. Or even hello, they are one person, they are two alone, they are three together, they are for each other. Stand by the stairway, you'll see something certain to tell you. Confusion has its cost. Love isn't lying, it's loose in a lady who lingers, saying she is lost. Stand by the stairway, you'll see something certain to tell you. Confusion has its cost. Love isn't lying, it's loose in a lady who lingers, saying she is lost. Stand by the stairway, you'll see something certain to tell you. Confusion has its cost. Love isn't lying, it's loose in a lady who lingers, saying she is lost. Stand by the stairway, you'll see something certain to tell you. Confusion has its cost. Love isn't lying, it's loose in a lady who lingers, saying she is lost. Stand by the stairway, you'll see something certain to tell you. Confusion has its cost. Love isn't lying, it's loose in a lady who lingers, saying she is lost. And choking on hello. They are one person, they are two alone, they are three together, they are for each other. And choking on hello. They are one person, and choking on hello. And choking on hello. And choking on hello. They are one person, they are two alone, they are three together, they are for each other. Let's go! Johnny's at home, slamming his head against the wall, while his wife breaks